Of more so contains to invest, where we talk about investing, finance, and professional. For today's tips only, the investment I'm going to talk today will be ETH. First, I want to say happy Tuesday, everybody. A great week so far. It's my second posting of today. Respect to recording time to exactly noon on the Eastern time. Ethereum coin trade $4,350, about 0.09% so far. As you can see clearly, we're rebounding across the entire market, including the equity market as well. But subsequently normalizing a little bit, right? Because we're running relatively hot. On a pre-market perspective, subsequently some people taking profits, and then some people bought back in again. Seems like the investment sentiment's a little bit more normalized now. People are less fearful because for obvious reasons, right? The media affectation is less, how would you say, severe and less, pessimistic in the last 24 hours so far, right? So with that revival, is triangulating into some buying pressure across specific stocks, right? And you could see clearly on the altcoin side of the house and also on the high growth small cap stocks in the equity side of the house are also surging as well. So obviously, for obvious reasons, right? They demand a relatively lower price level, but also because of the fact that they're a little bit more volatile as well, right? Because of the price sensitivity, and also their short-term investors versus long-term investors ratio that are invested in the portfolio right now. So with respect to Ethereum news, let's just dive right into it to see any specific ones that jumped off the page on the last, ever since morning until now. I'll say, collectively speaking, this is a little bit, quite active today. So first one's a Bazinga talk about why Bitcoin, Ethereum related stocks are rising today. Well, with respect to Marathon Digital Holdings, is rising today because for obvious reasons, right? We see clearly on the crypto side and also even on Coinbase up about 8% at the moment right now. Seems like the overall crypto market is just rebounding, and also with respect to the technical signals that we are leaning more towards a bullish sentiment going forward, that if Ethereum specifically is going to form that cup and handle, which we are, it seems like it, that we should confirm to have a rally by the end of this year to break all-time high even. The next one is talk about on Cointelegraph about 58 minutes ago, talk about Coinbase at Ethereum 2, despite tomorrow's Ethereum upgrade postponing difficult bomb. So it seems like there are some hiccups with respect to the upgrades that we are expecting the debut for tomorrow. But despite that, Coinbase have made a preliminary decision on adding Ethereum 2 onto that platform currently. Not sure how much this will have to anything to do, or will it kind of change the macro dynamics for Ethereum at all. But this is just Coinbase implementing their value proposition with this inclusion of ETH2 onto providing offerings for customers going forward. And then the next one is talk about on CME Group launches micro Ethereum futures to attract new demographic of retail traders. So it seems like this financial company, CME Group, and it's actually a publicly traded financial company on Nasdaq called CME, the ticker CME, obviously. And they're launching a micro Ethereum futures, which subsequently should translate into more buying pressure because with these type of futures, it will basically incentivize fund managers, index fund managers, and also retail investors, obviously, that want to have some hedge onto Ethereum's volatility levels, right? And aka the futures, right? So quite interesting. Another, I would say, pseudo bullish news onto driving some normalization of what Ethereum price level is at right now. And the next one's on Cointelegraph and Barron's. They have the same type of news. Talk about Bitcoin climbs back above 50K. Is crypto joins the rally all over again. So this is a technical article. So let's just dive right into the technical. That's the last one pretty much. So with respect to recording time of 12:06 p.m. on Eastern time, Ethereum coin trade $4,345, down about 0.18%. Basically not doing anything right now, just trending on a sideways fashion. we're at the 50 out of 70. We are slowly curving up right now. So that means a golden cross is basically reversed back up to reconfirm the bullish sentiment and the momentum going forward. So right now it seems like the cup and handle is still forming, right? And we are forming the handle as we speak at the moment. So technically, if that triangulates and it confirms, we should see, breaking all-time high momentarily and then breaking to a new all-time high, which should be somewhere around like 5,000 as a first level. But if we break that, we should technically leap up to 6,500 to even 7,000 going forward from here. So we'll see how that goes, right? Based on the momentum that we'll see. And I think if the 10th, which is the CPI report, 14th and 15th, which is the FOMC meeting, all comes out well, right, ahead of Christmas, we should technically see a rally on the 25th, basically 2 Saturdays from now, right? And that'll be a great Christmas gift for all of us, right? Hopefully that would turn out. And it seems like on the preliminary perspective, Santa Claus is peeking his eyes or peeking his head out of the windows, checking if this is how it's gonna be going forward. So we'll see how that goes. Seems like the Santa Claus rally should be sustaining based on the momentum that we're seeing across the spectrum so far. With respect to Bitcoin, right now we're reversing with the $51,310, 37 out of 70. So we are curving up right now. So with the next level of resistance is going to be 52,700, right? Like we talked about. And then the next level that we leap up to as we break that will go up all the way to the 59, which is technically 60. And 60 is a relatively consolidated level based on what we see here. We see some platform here. And then as we break that, as we form a golden cross as well, we got to technically leap up all the way to 65, right? And if that goes well as well, because of just rotations of fund managers and investors going into it, I think 70K and breaking all the way up to close to 85 to 100K would be logical by end of this year if everything checks out. But right now, it seems like it's a little bit more stagnant in comparisons to Ethereum because of the fact that we don't even have a shot of making the cup and handle yet. This is still non-confirmatory in terms of is this a downward wedge so far. It's kind of I guess you could say so. So if it is, we should see some buying pressure. But anyways, in terms of that, in the risk management level, I think we're still at an okay level, not terrible level. 51 is still at this 36 out of 70 on our RSI scale, so it's not terrible, really. Dogecoin right now is up about 1% so far, anywhere around current level to even the super steal level, 13 cents was a dip, right? We're still at the oversold level at 31 out of 70. So yeah, Dogecoin's a buy right now still. Cardano right now is still a buy at 33 out of 70, curving up right now. Bouncing between 134, 145. So anywhere around this current level is still a dip, I would say so. And I think obviously, 141, 134, 120 are all good buying zones based on my technical so far. Solana right now is up about 5%, 4.5% so far. We're at the 44 out of 70. Lingering on above the 180, 175 mark, right? You can see clearly. And right now it seems like we are sustaining, forming a new platform of 180. So I think the first level to incur some risk technically would be somewhere around 180 seems like kind of fluff. I would say anywhere from 156, 133 to 113 is still a better level. XRP is up about 5% right now, reversing back up. So anywhere from the current level, 78 to 69 are still better levels because of the fact that we're so oversold. So XRP is not terrible in terms of incurring some risk at the moment. Polkadot, for those actually bought the dip this morning, congratulations to you. This is reversing up nicely. We're at the 36 out of 70, so still kind of leaning more of a oversold level, despite up about 15% at the moment right now. So I know that we've been talking about this, right? Anywhere from the previous level that we were at before, 27 to 25, it was the dip, literally. We know it, right? And it seems like we're reversing nicely. So congrats to the ones that actually bought the dip on Polkadot. And right now, if you want to buy some more, I guess so, but you didn't miss it too much, right? But it's not like where we were before, right? So respect to Algorand, down about or up about 0.5% so far. It's not really doing anything. So anywhere from like 158 to 150 is still the dip. 160 to 150, right? Again, right? So 135 was crazy low. We're at the okay level right now at the 47, right? So it's not terrible, but not the best either, right? Definitely not as good as like what Polkadot was doing this morning. Shiba Inu is up about 1.72% right now, lingering on. Seems like this, like I'm probably got like a downward wedge right now at the 42 out of 70. Again, right, for me, I don't have any Shiba Inu because of the lack of substantive value proposition, and I don't really know much about Shiba Inu, to be honest, besides being a meme coin. But people made a lot of money buying Shiba Inu, right? So I guess that's why I talk about it. So anywhere from like the 2800 all the way to 900 is still the dip for me personally, right? MATTAC's up about 5% right now, basically. We are still crossing up, so very bullish momentum. But whatever goes up really, really fast comes down just as fast. You could see how whatever goes down really fast comes up just as fast, right? But we're still really overbought at the 65, so I'll just probably wait and watch the movie from here. I'm probably not gonna actually buy the pay-per-view, if you know what I mean, on cable's TV. And then next one's on AVAX, up about 0.6%. Not terrible, 45 out of 70. No signs of really curving up yet. Again, right, 81 to 60 still the dip for us technically. So respect to risk management level, these are levels identified here for us, right? And let me expand this a little bit. Yeah, there we go. It's like covering the bottom. Yeah, let me know if you have any specific questions. Seems like we are within the zones for a lot of the ones that we've identified so far. Seems like for Ethereum specifically, the cup and handle is definitely, percolating. It is forming, and it seems like the technical is slowly coming true as well. And again, congrats to the ones actually bought the dips or have their order filled this weekend, right? The past weekend, right? And I would consider this a little bit of maybe an early Christmas gift for yourself, or New Year's gift, or whatever. I'm happy for you guys that are making some profit right now. It was the logical move and the right thing to do, and yeah, I cannot be more happy. All right, so I have to actually go to the city for a meeting. So if contingent on nothing crazy happen later this afternoon, I think this is gonna be my last posting until tomorrow. So let me know how it goes for yourself. If you have any specific questions, just like raise it towards me. I'm happy to address them in the meantime. And have a great day and stay subscribed up. Take care.